Namaste friends, I'm Simon.
I'm Ellie.
And if you enjoy our videos, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and of course hit that bell thing. That would be very kind of you. And today we are checking out something that is neither a movie trailer nor a song, but a lot of people have asked us to check out. And this video is related to the 2019 movie War that stars both Hrithik Roshan and Tiger Shroff, who are both
Impossibly handsome.
Impossibly handsome. And Hrithik Roshan runs his own channel on YouTube called HRX, where he tries to motivate people to get moving and get in shape. And honestly, I sorely need that motivation at the moment. And he did a video called Kabir and Beyond, where he talks about how he got in shape for the movie War. And I'm finding it impossible to imagine Hrithik Roshan in anything other than the perfect shape. But apparently he went on some kind of a journey, and I'm fascinated to see what that journey looked like. The video itself is about 12 minutes long, so we're going to check out the first half, see what we think about it, chat about it for a bit, and then we will get right back to the action. But for now,
let's go.
Let's go.
Ah, the end.
I know that feeling.
Unfortunately or fortunately, it never really is.
Wow.
To convince the director and producer that I am not ready for this film right now, I stopped the meeting, and this is a fact. I stopped the meeting. Photo liya, wo photo hai ab tak. I'll show you the photo. See the date, see the time. I just went inside and took this picture. Look at it. They saw the picture and they looked at me and said, this happened to me in 2012 before Krish, and I just couldn't believe this is happening all over again. Having to start from zero all over again.
Wow.
Same situation, the slip disc and the pain and out of shape. I couldn't believe I let myself get back here again. To get me back somehow, I needed something to cause that shift.
I mean, you still looked good.
As a blessing.
Yes.
Struggling to dig myself out of this hole. बात वो है, मैं होल में हूँ और मेरे को निकलना है कहीं से। तो मैं तो ऐसा बोलते ना, मारते ना ऐसा। Doing that, कुछ भी and just fucking need to get out of this shit.
Wow. That is crazy.
I mean, my body was so out of shape that I wanted it to move a certain way, and it just wouldn't move. My injuries just made it all the more difficult.
So I'd always assumed that those movements you were doing came fairly naturally, but it sounds like you really actively has to work for it.
I couldn't really handle it. It was really difficult.
Maybe it's too heavy for now. I'm gonna do something else.
Wow.
I was Humpty Dumpty, and I had to be put back together again somehow. उस दिन क्या होगा when I feel no pain? उस दिन I think I will take off, I think. I'll take off to space, I think. I'll just go. Time!
बोल क्या कर रहे हैं?
1 minute हो गया.
Failure हो गया. Come on, गिरने दो नीचे. उठाएंगे हम लोग. आपको 10 है. 13.
Wow.
We are doing
Not get
deadlifts.
used to that.
We are doing deadlifts.
Not this weight on my spine.
11. 12. One.
If this film is a failure, if I don't reach where I am, at least I live these days doing what I love.
That's such a cool attitude.
6 months of transformation and enjoy किया ना? नहीं बना body, नहीं बना. ठीक है, 6 महीना मैंने enjoy किया कि जिस दिन मेरा ये घुटना और वो ankle ठीक हो गया ना, तो मैं रुकूंगा.
I ain't tryna bring you down, but for real, you might as well give up now. Think you got a chance, but I don't see how. Got a real tight grip when I hold that crown. My life
To give people what they've seen is redundant. It won't work. They have to always give something new, something more, little more, even a little more. It's got to be more.
ignite the room like fire. Everything I touch, I consume. I'm getting up while y'all just snooze. While you make breakfast, man, I'm on the move. I'm the first one in and the last one out. Whoever owns the place gotta drag me out. In me, I trust. Yeah, I smell like success. This Elon Musk, huh?
आ रहा है. वो feel आया मुझे.
Ain't enough, huh? I ain't never gave no fucks. I ain't scamming. You know black men don't blush, huh? Came here ready to fight on this night. You better just.
It's a tragedy for people who are living in constant state of comparison, which is what I try and teach my kids, that you should be proud of the fact that you're giving your best. That's all you ever need to do. Are you giving your best? मैं उनको पूछता, I don't ask them whether you came first, second or third or last. I don't care.
Right.
And I genuinely don't care. But I want to ask him, did you put in every single ounce of your blood, sweat, everything? Did you put everything in it?
Right.
You try your best. Then if the answer is yes, yeah, fine. That's all you have to do. और क्या करने का लाइफ? और क्या कर सकते हो तुम लोग? और कुछ कर सकते हो क्या?
Wow, so I almost don't want to take a time out, but let's pause just for a second here. What do you think of Hrithik Roshan's journey so far?
I really love that he chose to do this because it's such a personal thing to really say this is where I was and it's not where I want to be, and it's an incredibly vulnerable place to be, especially for someone like him who is so well known for his kind of physicality and his appearance and just what he can physically accomplish in movies with the choreography and the fights and all the kind of stunts that he does himself. But just it's a really vulnerable place to be, but it's more powerful for it because he is saying this is where I was and this is where I'd like to be and this is how I'm going to get there. And it's his personal journey, but it makes him seem so much more human, and it's more inspiring than if you just see someone at their final goal and they're saying, oh, this is my accomplishment, look at this. It's kind of, okay, well, that's great, but it doesn't seem achievable to anybody else, whereas the way he's presented it is vulnerable, but it feels more achievable that he did that.
Yeah, this is really, really resonating with me because I seem to be on this journey constantly where I get myself into a shape that I'm comfortable with, then I let it slide for a while, I get really out of shape, I hate how I look, and then that journey of trying, just those first few steps of trying to get back onto, just to form some kind of a positive fitness habit is so hard. And like a month ago, I ran every morning for a week. By the end of that week, I felt great. Then the weekend I let it slide and I just didn't go back to it. And it just sucks so much when you put in the effort to start something, but it's so easy to let it slide away again. And I actually really like it in this. Hrithik Roshan starts off, by the end of this point that we've just got to, he's saying, I've really enjoyed this 6 months. But at the beginning, he's saying, fucking get me out of this shit. And clearly he has a really serious back injury. I mean, a slip disc is no mean thing. But, there must have been moments in that first few months where he's starting to think, is it my back that's giving out? Is it just physical pain because my body's out of shape? And am I just mentally exhausted and frustrated and emotionally drained? And all of that is so hard to overcome. And I think the last point that he makes as a parent about are my kids winning or losing? Who cares? But are they giving every ounce of blood, sweat, and tears every single time they go out there? That's what really matters. And I feel like that's what it takes to form a fitness routine again, is it doesn't matter if you've run a half a mile or 1,000 miles. What matters is you went out there and did it, and you moved your body. Like that, just getting started is such a big deal. But that you gave every ounce when you were out there. And, your personal every ounce may suck compared to somebody else's personal every ounce, but at least you did it. At least you did your best, and it doesn't matter if you won or lost. I really just love his positivity and his sentiment here. Well, that's all we got to say at the halfway point. I am itching to get back into this and see what Hrithik Roshan has to say when he just has 2 more months to go before this movie, and clearly it's even in his own head that he may not get in the shape that he needs to be in. So let's get back to it.
Let's go.
Won't you come and see what it's like?
Wow.
Living by the rules that you write. You ain't all those lavish delights. Now you had no back in sight. All the little lies you recite just makes all the savage unite. Usually I'm very polite, but I'ma get savage tonight. Even when a dog being nice, every single dog gonna bite. You might think I'm wrong, but I'm right. Just let it get a strong appetite.
मैं तो व्हीलचेयर में भी बैठ के मैं मारने वाला at 80 व्हीलचेयर के साथ थोड़ा
That is insane.
प्यार की कश्ती में लहरों की मस्ती में पवन के शोर शोर में
Oh my goodness, his early music videos.
God, I'm so tired today, man. 2 nights and then suddenly a day. So you haven't slept. I haven't slept enough at all.
Wow.
Shooting my introduction after a sleepless night.
I know that feeling.
So what I'm doing is I'm putting spots and wrinkles
Why?
because I'm a little crazy.
Okay.
I want this character to have a little age.
Wasn't he does his own makeup?
Old,
Yeah. Yeah, I cannot believe he's doing
but
his own
he's lived
makeup.
enough experiences. Everybody was in a little bit of a shock that I want to keep my natural whites for this. In fact, I enhanced them because I think it's really cool to
Me
show them
too.
off for this character.
एड्रेस जो होता है ना उसका वो
Jeez.
एड्रेस एक बार आपको मिल
मिल गया,
गया
हाँ.
then you can go there whenever you
Whenever you
want.
want.
Actually, I'm trying to say that.
हाँ.
Once you make your abs, you know the address.
Yeah.
कि वहाँ
कैसे पूछना?
कैसे पहुँचना. हाँ, उतना important है.
Scientific उसको यही
That's
बोलते
cool.
हैं कि muscle memory.
Yeah. Looking terribly sleepy, no? Eyes horrible.
सर वो लोग रेडी हैं.
Chalo. Give me 5, 10, 15 minutes. So I think one of my most interesting characters that I've ever done. It's something that we discovered while we were on set, and slowly I think we found the right tone.
Wow. Jeez, he is jacked at this point.
Wow.
And now it's become really special. I really enjoyed.
And action.
Sometimes I truly wonder, what am I creating? A character which will be remembered, a movie that will be successful. Or perhaps it's just an opportunity to be able to reach those moments, to live the moments that truly, truly matter. In the midst of the storm are the moments that truly matter. The connection that matters, the love that goes around, that is what matters. The end. Unfortunately or fortunately, it never really is. It's never the end. It's never the end. You never really get to live the end. It is a strange truth. On to the next adventure, on to the next curiosity, the next wonder, the next thing to explore, next thing to learn.
Oh my goodness. Good advice. Oh my goodness. So we've now seen the whole thing, Kabir and beyond. My mind is kind of blown. What did you think?
So I think I liked it that we broke it into two halves. I thought that I was expecting it to be more of a journey, but I feel like where we broke it, it was the turning point from him going from really struggling to kind of finding his stride a bit more. Like he was saying, like he found his abs and so he was just heading back to that address. But I did feel like the second half had a different type of vulnerability. So in the first half, he was showing kind of the condition of his body, and physically he, wasn't happy with how he looked, and that was a vulnerable place to be. I feel like in the second half, it really hit me just how much support he had in that journey, and in a way that it isn't open to a lot of people. So I feel like he's kind of acknowledging that it takes a lot, like it takes an entire team to get one person in the kind of shape that he's in. So, he's got nutritionists, he's got chefs, he's got clearly trainers, he's got a lot of exercise equipment at his house, kind of at his disposal. So he's got a lot of support to get him in that shape. And I think that's he really managed to open up the focus, so it wasn't just on him and his achievements, it actually brought his team into it as well. And I thought that was a really nice way to kind of acknowledge that it's a team effort and that it took a lot of people to get him into that kind of shape.
Yeah, that's interesting because I think, like you say, it's rare for anybody to have the kind of support and the kind of team that, one of the most famous actors, dancers in the world has around him. But there's also so much pressure on you to perform within, like everything is focused on you and your performance day after day after day. And like no wonder he wasn't sleeping towards the end. But oh my goodness, but what an inspirational video. And clearly that was his intention, was to show, look, it's not easy for me. I didn't look great at the start of this. And now by the end, this is what I've achieved. And I think to your point, not everybody has the same kind of support network, but anybody can run, anybody can lift some weights. And, even his point that even if he was in a wheelchair, he would be lifting dumbbells. And, there are clearly people of different physical abilities, but each person can move in their own way and get into what they consider to be their best physical shape. And I think this video goes a long way to inspiring people to do that. So, wow. Well, hey, thank you so much to everybody who recommended the Kabir and Beyond video to us. It's a little longer than we would normally check out, but absolutely worth the investment of time. And I've got to say, I am inspired. I was just lifting some weights yesterday. I'm going to go do some more straight after this. So, oh man, thank you very, very much indeed for the inspiration and the motivation. And also, this was the first time I've ever heard Hrithik Roshan speak English, which was...
And swear in English.
Yes,
that was kind of fun.
Yeah, that really was fun. It was like a window into his personal life that we've never experienced before. So, man, what a great time. Well, hey, thanks so much for the recommendations. Please keep them coming, and we will see you on the next
Nerd Safari.
Peace out, nerds.